Look at the views from inside the house, right out here. You see the waterfalls. That's such an important thing. And then all of that sound going right to where they live. Waterfalls are just spillways. So this is a spillway, so there's no filter here, just aeration. The wetland filter is up here. It's a big wetland filter because it's a big pond. And then there's another spillway over here. Every waterfall with a unique sound. I'm Craig Wittstock, the Pond Guy. This is my vlog, Craig Wittstock, the Pond Guy. And this is Dan. Dan is one of our longest certified aquascape kinders. Where are we in Michigan, bro?
We are in Macomb Township, Michigan.
Okay, we got a pond or a pondless?
We are going to go visit a pondless waterfall that was originally a pond built by another contractor that just was not right.
Yep.
And we talked to the homeowner. Fish were not part of the equation, so we opted for a pondless waterfall.
Ah, so you converted a pond into a pondless.
Correct.
All right, let's go check out another aquascape water feature. Oh wow, right here. So this is awesome. We got a pondless waterfall and we got a pool. And people always say, why would people have a decorative water feature when they have a pool? Because they're water-loving people. Whoa, fantastic. So how long ago did you put this in?
This was only put in a month ago.
Wow, only a month?
Yeah.
You guys are water-loving people, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
I'm the Pond Guy, Greg.
Hi, how are you?
And your name?
Joni.
Hey, Joni.
Hi, I'm Lizzie.
Hi, Lizzie. So you're an Ohio State Buckeye fan?
Absolutely not.
You go to Michigan State, Joni?
I do.
So what's, oh, can we get the dog out? Can we let the dog out? Hey, Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
So what is the story here?
It was a pond.
Uh-huh.
We moved in February last year. We went through the winter and the fish all came back to life, but the pond was a mess. It was full of cattails. I mean, it...
Overgrown.
Yeah, way overgrown.
It's disgusting.
So my daughter and her friend,
Oh yes, we had two.
they went
Clean it
down.
out.
and-
Oh, really? So there's a way that you pay for going to Michigan State.
Yeah.
My labor.
Yes. So they cleaned out the whole pond. We went down to the diner, and then we started over. Wasn't
didn't
what
look
we
good.
wanted. It didn't look good. It-
Uh-huh.
Full of algae, and we had like 10 goldfish.
Then
Okay.
over the winter, the settling, we had the limestone rocks that they had around it. That's what kept the liner.
Flagstones around the edges.
Right. So it started.
Falling in.
Yeah. So we had Dan come out, and we decided we'd go with the water feature instead of a pond. A lot less work.
So what'd you do here, Dan?
We brought in approximately 8,000 pounds of stone, gravel, filled in the basin. We brought in a lot of topsoil. We put in aqua blocks, put in a variable speed pump in here so she can turn it on, turn it off as she wants to. Anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 gallons per hour, perfect size. And just comes out of a spillway box up at the top. Average range, what was this cost of this job, Joni?
56, 58,
$5,600,
something like that.
$5,800,
Yeah,
something like that?
yeah.
So was it a good investment?
Yes, it was.
And what's the maintenance like with this one versus what you had?
None. Zero. I mean, I have to pull a little weed every now and then, or, water every now and then, but no, zero. There is no maintenance.
And much more aesthetic?
Yes.
Yes.
And I also don't have to do anything to this one.
There's no filters to, take
Oh
out
yeah,
and
the
rinse
nasty
off.
filters,
Yeah.
nasty
Nasty
take
filters.
out.
So a pond to a pondless conversion, and a non-ecosystem pond to a beautiful pondless waterfall.
Right.
And then what Dan does here is he takes the bib liner and puts it over top of the aqua block so the water actually stays before it goes down, and you can just see it disappearing there. And the aqua blocks fill the void space, and then it just recirculates up. I think the pump vault's right here, huh?
Right.
Yep, I felt it. And look at the views from inside the house, right out here. You see the waterfalls. That's such an important thing. And then all of that sound going right to where they live. Wow, look at these fish. All right, so the homeowner doesn't want to be on camera. She's just camera shy, but go ahead, tell me what you were saying.
I says this is just a beautiful way to start and end, and in the middle of the day, it is just, listen,
Amen. Did the last one not sound like this?
No, not at all.
It was more like Niagara Falls.
Yes.
So what would you say to somebody that doesn't know about living the aquascape lifestyle? How would you describe that to them in your own experience?
It's just amazing. For me, it's maintenance free thanks to Dan,
Yep.
which I love. This pond is just amazing. It's always clean. It's just the way Dan had this vision, and I didn't know where he was going with it, but I am very, very pleased with that. And everyone that sits in these chairs say the same.
Yep, you can just spend hours out here, can't you?
Absolutely. Every time you sit here, you're getting a different, like the lighting. See on that corner, the sun is just reflecting down that waterfall.
Yep.
And you just go into the moment.
Dan, why don't you go ahead and describe what you built here, how you designed this, how you came up with this, and how it's filtered and what's involved with this.
This wasn't really hard to improve upon what was here because it was a 15-foot high waterfall. It was failing. So I had an envision with this type of a backdrop here is to create just a little piece of paradise for them. I wanted dual waterfalls to encompass a lot of water coming over. I wanted deep depths here. I wanted to give them the flat look around the edges for when they have entertained guests back in here. I wanted fish caves in here that her big fish from the previous pond could have a place of refuge in here. And I wanted it to be virtually maintenance free for them. So we put in a skim cove over here. There's no leaves on the surface right now. What we did is we established water level in the pond. We have snorkel and centipede in here. And what those do is they draw the water in through the top, through aqua blocks. And then it's basically a collection area for leaves to sit down in here and then pick out whenever they're in here.
Right, because you don't want a skimmer when you have this much leaves. You'd be out here every single day in the fall.
Correct. This skim cove supplies a wetland filter. It also supplies the secondary waterfalls right here.
So you put in a wetland filter up here so that we can get this kind of water quality. You got a lot of fish load and you didn't want to just put a biofalls, you wanted to put a wetland in, correct?
Correct. So we've got a wetland filter here and you can see there's barely any plants in here.
Yep.
So all the organics are being trapped underneath the several layers of segmented rock that are in here. And then there's aqua blocks on top of snorkel and centipede again. It takes off, goes down here. We got a spillway box here, a spillway box here. Those are just for aesthetics and to have fun.
Right. So really the waterfalls are just spillways. So this is a spillway, so there's no filter here, just aeration, going through here. The wetland filter is up here. It's a big wetland filter because it's a big pond. And then there's another spillway over here. Every waterfall with a unique sound. I love the edge rocks with the deep pool. Right there is the cave that I actually swim through, the fish cave. This never gets old. I mean, I was just in there for about 20 minutes swimming with those fish. I'd do it every day if I lived here. These are beautiful fish, and did you see how much they were eating off of the bottom of the pond? They were totally, that's what they're for. That's what their little whiskers are for. These are koi fish. They are river fish. They like the flow of water, and they like to be able to go and navigate on the bottom and pull up the algae, pull up the microorganisms that live, even the bacteria that live on the gravel. This is part of a healthy ecosystem. And you know what? There's a swimming pool over there. I dig this. Maybe warm up in the swimming pool or the hot tub, but play with the fish in here. This is so interesting. This is a recreation pond that you could actually get into, get wet. As soon as I walked up here, I'm like, I'm getting in that pond. And she's like, go right ahead. So to me, this is what living the aquascape lifestyle is all about. It's actually interacting with your water features. It's actually having fun. It's feeding your fish. Every one of these koi has a name on it. She loves it, and I love the fact that he turned a problem into a beautiful opportunity and a way for their family to enjoy nature and be outside. Hey, if you like this stuff, how could you not? Please like, comment, and share these videos so more people can see what living the aquascape lifestyle is all about. I love my job.
How can you not love your job when you're changing people's lives over and over on a daily basis?
Yep. It doesn't get old, does it?
Never.
And pond customers are different than any other kind of customer because when you put in a patio or you put in a landscape, you're not really changing a lifestyle. A water feature is a lifestyle.
And it's ever growing. Every single year, it's changing. It changes with the seasons. It changes every single year. Things become more mature in a pond. You're actually giving them so much more than a pond. You're giving them silver and gold. You're giving them time that they spend together as a couple. Their kids grew up at that house. They raised 4 kids. They're away from the house now, but they have memories that'll last them a lifetime.
Amen. Good job, my man.